Now for tonight's cold case file. A New Year's Eve party, friends, music, and laughter. It sounds like the recipe for a great time. But in 1994, the party came to a sudden halt when the music was replaced by the blast of gunfire.
David, the shooter actually disappeared into the shadows as the victim bled to death on the side of the road. 16 years later, that shadowy figure still haunts the family and friends of Jamal McGowan. Photograph after photograph of Jamal McGowan show the same thing, a happy, smiling child with a grin that was a ray of sunshine. As a teen, Jamal was a boxer and spent much of his free time at the then Star Garage training for the Sunshine Games. But early on New Year's Day, 1994, the 24-year-old shadow boxer would have his final fight with an opponent that no one could stop, a man with a gun.
He had a .357 Magnum, and he was going to blow their head off if he didn't turn his radio down. McGowan, according to the witnesses, walked down the street to confront this individual who fired one shot, striking McGowan in his chest. He fell there on the street.
When it first went down, the shooting took place, they came to my house and got me, and I thought it was a joke, you know, and one of the guys was crying, and that's how I knew it was serious. And when I proceeded and went down to where he was, it was true.
Cold case detectives say witnesses told deputies the shooter was seen running into a nearby apartment along Southwest 42nd Street, which leaves Jamal's mother with obvious questions.
You know, it's been 16 years now, and it's time for something to be done, because behind every murder or every situation that someone's life is being taken or being in danger, that there is someone responsible. And being 16 years and nobody has been brought to justice for this, it's not right.
I heard several different stories about what happened. To get to the bottom of it would be great, you know, finally put it to rest.
The one story that has remained constant involves the shooter who ran into the apartment. When deputies knocked on the door a few hours later, the man who opened the door, 54-year-old Frank Palazzi, turned over the two guns he said he owned, but neither was a .357. However, he was later sent to prison on federal firearms violations. But it is believed there was another man inside that apartment. Could he be the one who later buried the suspected murder weapon in a paint can?
We have received information over the years from various sources that the shooter may have possibly been his son.
Whether it was the father or the son who could have been the shooter, Jamal's mother has the same message.
To tell me why did he kill my son, because I really would like to know what gave him the right to take another person's life.
Days later, at his funeral, there were no smiles in Jamal's final photograph, and there can be no closure for his family as long as this case remains open.
Well, Paige, tell me at this point, Frank Palazzi, where is he now?
He's in the Coleman Federal Correctional Institute. That's about 35 miles south of Ocala. Now, he is scheduled to be released on those federal firearms violations in January of next year. Now, tomorrow, Mary Thomas and a family member and her pastor will be meeting with Sheriff Sadie Darnell and some other representatives of the Sheriff's Office to talk about the unsolved murder of Jamal McGowan.
And hopefully get some answers, too, soon. Okay, thank you, Paige. All right, Bill, has your